Hi guys, we're back for another lesson. This is going to finish off our communication skills, and then you'll have um, puppy's being bad over there. A quick thank you note to write at the end, and I'll tell you more about that as we go. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you. This doesn't make sense, but I need this little thing to go away so I can see what I need. Okay, so this is where we ended off last time. Okay, day 2 of communication. So I just want you to think about this in your head. I'm not going to make you write anything down, anything like that. Communication is a two-way street. So there's you and the listener, and then the message that you're trying to send. And both people kind of have to be on the same page in order for communication to be effective. So being able to tell people what you want or need is one thing, but also being a good listener is the other important thing. Think of a time you did not feel like you were understood, or you felt misunderstood following a conversation. How did you feel? What went wrong? So I know sometimes here, especially nowadays when I'm doing like 4 different things at the same time, communication gets a little mixed up, especially like with me and my husband or me and my kids. The other day, Colin had asked me something, but his sister had asked me something right at the same time. And I was saying no to him, but yes to her. And he only heard me say yes to her, but thought it was to him. So there was a breakdown in communication, and he ended up getting in trouble because he did something he wasn't supposed to, even though he thought I said yes because he heard me say yes to his sister. Okay. So we need to be a good listener. Okay. And you need to know the person is listening to you. You guys don't have to do that stuff. I'm not going to write it down. Sometimes a breakdown in communication happens because of cultural or regional differences in word usage. An example, when I went away to college, I went to school in Pennsylvania, and when I got there, everybody would be like yins, 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 and I'm like, what is a yin? Come to find out, what they were talking about was like you guys or y'all. Yins is like a word for all of you. There's your little culture for today. Slang terms or phrases that are considered informal and typical have roots in specific time period, culture, or region of the world that may not be appropriate now. So you need to be careful about that. So I just told you about a time when somebody used something. The other thing that I find is I say sneakers for tennis shoes. That's what we call them up in New York. They were sneakers. Okay, some people don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. Okay. Do you have any slang terms that are specific to your family or friend group? Kind of like when I call Chubby's Chubby. Okay, even though that's not his name, it's kind of a slang term for him. And again, as he gets older, I have to stop calling him Chubby's, and he's really not Chubby's anymore. Has there ever been a time when you've been misunderstood because of your use of slang? So using a word that you didn't realize what it meant. My son said something, I can't remember what it was, and I yelled at him for it, not realizing it was a slang term these days, and we just said we're not saying that anymore. Okay. And do you think using slang words is appropriate in a workplace? I'll let you think about that. Okay. Let's see if this works.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist.
We're gonna get past
no
this.
Astronaut.
Skip.
Y'all may sound very casual to people outside the South, but it has a very precise meaning.
When a Southerner says y'all to someone else, he always means the plural.
The fact that y'all is always plural derives from the fact that most languages, like Spanish, have 2 different words for you. One singular when you're talking to one person, and one plural when you're talking to a group. English used to have the same thing. In the 1500s, thou was singular and ye was plural. In some Scottish dialects, the plural was ye all. And once the Scots-Irish went up into the backwoods and frontier, they kept that old medieval usage, ye all, but slurred it together, and became perhaps the region's most distinctive expression.
Getting elected president is an expensive business. Campaign costs add up. Their average.
Where'd you guys go? There we go. Okay. So just like I was talking about with y'all, there's that little video. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you one last time. Okay. Come on. All right, personal space. This is my favorite. Okay. People need to be out of your personal space. Okay, sometimes if people like come and they talk to you here, like my dog Bobo, when you call him, he comes running and he like is right here. So that's not necessarily a good thing. You want them to be, a hula hoop. Pretend you're standing in the middle of a hula hoop, and people shouldn't be coming into your hula hoop. Okay, so that's what being in somebody's personal space is. Makes it hard for you to listen and understand. Okay, it's always okay to say, "Hey, can you give me a little space, please?" It's fine. Okay, find your personal space. Oh, we're not going to do this because here we are. All right, so this is what we're going to do today. Thank yous. That's an important skill to have. I know whenever my kids get cards from my aunt, she sends it to them for like their birthday or like for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. She always sends them like $5. And I always make them write a thank you card. And, even Jack, who's little, will color a picture, or Charlie, he gets $1 and he can't write anything yet, but to color a picture and to send it. One, it tells the person if it's a gift that you got the gift, and two, it's a respectful thing to do. Another time to use it is after you've had an interview with somebody. It's always nice to write a thank you note or even a thank you email, thanking the person for taking the time to have met with you. So what you are going to do today, you are going to practice writing. You are going to write a short thank you note to one of your teachers. Okay, you can pick any teacher you want, and just write them, quick thank you note, thanking them for all their hard work, everything that they've done for you. You can say that you miss them. You can tell them something that's going on in your life right now. But what I would like you to do is just write them a note, telling them thanks, make sure it's appropriate, and you are going to share it with them and with me, or Mr. Bruner. So let me actually show you what I'm talking about, because I put this, go away. There's a thing on my screen here and I need it to go away. I'm sure you see it. Okay, let's do this. Sorry guys. Okay. Right here. Back to our online learning, module 1, lesson 3, right here. I want you to write a thank you note using Google Docs, and then I want you to share it with the person that you wrote it to. So maybe you're going to write it to Mrs. Noel. Okay, so write Mrs. Noel a thank you note, share it with her, but share it with me too, so that I know that you actually sent it and I can give you credit for it. Okay? All right, guys. Have a good day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.